Big stakes and high tension as Biden-Trump debate looms. Yes, it's the one we've all been waiting for. Two old blokes arguing on the television. It's going to be fantastic, isn't it? Only one of them is merely an old bloke who's a bit crotchety and not the best speaker. The other one is going to be ripped to the tits on wobbly eggs if he's going to manage to get through it. I'd go so far as to say this is probably going to be the only day of the year that Joe Biden is on more drugs than his son. When Donald Trump and Joe Biden take to the debate stage on Thursday night, it will be a reunion of sorts, although not exactly a friendly one. A current president has never before debated his predecessor, and the bad blood between the two men will be obvious on the debate stage in Atlanta. Trump never conceded the 2020 election to President Biden, and days after his supporters attacked the US Capitol, he broke with tradition by refusing to attend his opponent's inauguration. Straight away, the BBC are telling lies, or at least lying by omission. I don't want to throw this out there for anyone who hasn't paid any attention, but people haven't conceded defeat in the United States for at least 30 years. Anyone over the age of 35 knows this to be the case. When Al Gore lost to Bush, the Democrats claimed that the whole process was rigged. Michael Moore made a film all about it, you may remember, where he blamed Fox and some fake polling and said they called the election too early. And actually, Al Gore should have won it. When Obama won, a significant minority of the right-wingers said he was an illegitimate president because he wasn't born in the United States. This is nothing new. And then when Trump won in 2016, Hillary Clinton called him an illegitimate president.
Popular line. I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president. He knows that there were a bunch of different reasons why the election turned out the way it did.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different reasons, wasn't there? And all of them were total lies. And there was a massive years-long investigation that cost tens of millions of dollars that found that all of the complete bollocks that you were talking was made up. It wasn't the result of a secret Kremlin KGB campaign. It was a result of the fact that you were about as likeable as a leper with syphilis, a radioactive Chernobyl leper. Nobody likes you, and everybody knew nobody liked you. And if Bernie Sanders had got the nomination, he probably would have won, but the DNC rigged it, so he didn't get the chance. So it's your fault you lost, and the corrupt organisation you were serving. So Hillary Clinton didn't concede the election either. Very odd that the BBC is only choosing to focus on one person and say Trump never conceded the election. Like Obama and Biden and Al Gore and Hillary Clinton and even, yes, quite a few Republican candidates have not conceded the elections in the United States for about 30 years, probably longer. But alas, I'm only 44 years of age. Thursday's debate will also mark the first time that Joe Biden and Donald Trump have appeared together since their debates 4 years ago. The initial encounter was an acrimonious affair, punctuated by repeated interruptions and Mr. Biden's "will you shut up, man" demand. This time, both men are out of practice. Neither has participated in any kind of debate in nearly 4 years, and Trump skipped the Republican primary debates on his way to becoming the party's presumptive nominee. Ah, yes, but only one of them is physically incapable of speaking properly.
That we're making to Ukraine's security. Vladimir and I shouldn't be so familiar.
Yeah, that was Biden calling Zelensky Vladimir. And then saying, I shouldn't be so familiar. That's not his name, you dozy twat.
On my watch, instead of Infrastructure Week, America's having Infrastructure Decade. Over $1.3 billion.
So President million isn't a number, Joe.
Make it clear, we do not seek to have American troops fighting in Russia or fighting against Russia. And if Putin attacks a NATO ally, we will defend every inch of NATO which the treaty requires and calls for. We'll have something that we do not seek. Make it clear, we do not seek to have American troops fighting in Russia or fighting against Russia.
And two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip-hop in America, LL Cool J. You could say even this harder than getting a ticket to the Renaissance tour or Britney's tour. She's down in, it's kind of warm in Brazil right now. And by the way, with other movies and movies she's earned a Golden Globe and a Primetime Emmy. That's me. More than half the women in my cabinet, more than half the people in my cabinet, more than half of the women in my administration are women. 68 times, 68 hours, 68 times, more than 68 hours.
I could show you them all day. I could show you them all day. There's compilations on YouTube that are an hour long of this bloke being fully unable to speak, making up words, mispronouncing things, saying ludicrous, completely infantile, delusional statements that make no sense at all. Trump's not the best speaker in the world, but he's still got his marbles. So it doesn't really matter what happens. CNN are obviously going to try and rig it. They've got a new microphone system so they can shut Trump up whenever they like. It's going to be a fix anyway. So it's going to be him versus 5 of them, the moderator, the sound team, and the audience. But I still don't see him losing, because at least he can talk. But that's just what I think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be tuning in tomorrow, and I'll probably do a semi-review of it tomorrow. Go through the inevitable laundry list of gaffes, or perhaps maybe do a review of the mind-melting cocktail of drugs that Joe Biden is injected with before he goes on the stage. We'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for tuning in. See you very soon. Cheers.